They finally come to a state of productivity that satisfies their planetary needs, but no more than that. Perhaps the dissidents feel the Federation provide them. I have negotiated many treaties on many planets of common. I have found that peace on any ends of it is often a great war.
Admiral, are you suggesting the terrorists put arms and weapons?
I am suggesting that Carnass is the last man to give them such weapons.
I see. You believe that Karnas would not negotiate on that point. And so the terrorists demanded an outside negotiation.
I know Carnass is a warrior. He lives for challenges. People have insulted his honor by taking the embassy staff hostage. I'll negotiate. I'll have to be there, carefully feeding Carnass. Hear about revenge when I'm inside.
Get away from the bridge.
Want to. Feels good to be on one again.
I'm glad. Want me to help you out?
I'm strong. I'm fine. I'm cured.
Satisfactory, sir.
Excellent.
Except one. The test results he gave me are 2 days old. They're 2 months old. The medical records go to August, and that's the date as part of the file. He lied to me, sir, and I should why.
He is 85 years old. The son memory gives it back.
He suffers from Iverson's disease, sir, that affects the body, not mind. Now, I haven't got pity. He's hiding, sir.
Not a conservation of return. Here. Doctor. Dr. Eichel Smith. How much more?
I don't know what's going on. I can't get the chat up. Let me see if I can figure it out, what's going on. Okay, got the chat up now.
Yes,
Hey, Northside, how you doing?
Wow. So much better. What you're prepared to. Now, if it's fishy. Oh, short, so much softer. Way more.
I think we're going now, right? Can everybody hear me? Are you all out there?
What's up, Paul?
Hey, my computer went haywire on me.
What's up, Dominic? JD, Logan, Jody.
You haven't just.
So I just got back from the ear, nose, and throat specialist a little while ago.
Yeah, how'd that go?
So I got polyps in my nose, and the only way to get rid of them is you have to take a steroid treatment for 5 days. And if they don't go away, then you have to, like, they
Operation.
said, yeah.
So you're on steroids now?
I haven't gotten them yet. I'm still waiting for the
Oh, prescription.
prescription to get filled. But yeah, I got to take those one pill a day for 5 days because you can see it in my one nostril. It's completely blocked. Like it's really easy to see.
Wow.
And I stuck a scope up my nose. That was kind of weird, but wasn't too bad. What's up, Brenda?
I don't know how much more information you think you can get from that tape. My God, what's happening?
I don't know. The best way to describe them, I guess, is they're like non-benign, like almost like a tumor type thing, but they're non-benign. Kind of the way I took it when he was explaining it, I kind of understood it. So can't wait to get on these steroids to see if it takes them down. Guy was really good too. And they were quick too. I was only in there like 20 minutes. Like the check-in was really fast. I got back in the room. Doctor immediately came in, had about a 10-minute conversation with me. Then he scoped my nose and went over some stuff with me, and I was out. I got to go back in 3
Oh,
weeks.
Brenda.
Benign. Sorry, Logan.
Yeah, benign.
They're non-benign.
Oh,
It's like it's
well, but
it,
benign means it's not cancerous.
or whatever he said. The way he described it is they're not dangerous or anything. They're just kind of like almost like a little tumor that grows
Like a
in your
little
nose.
fungus up there, yep.
It's kind of the best way I can describe it. Yeah, so he said they're not benign, so or whatever it is. But that's hemorrhoids, Logan. I don't have that problem. Yeah, I got nasal hemorrhoids.
Nasal,
hoping,
you could call them nasal roids.
I'm hoping these steroids work, sir. And then my biggest question I had for him was about the nose spray because like there's certain nose sprays you can't be on long term. And he said the one that the doctor prescribed me, he said was okay. He said you shouldn't have an issue with that. He said you can keep using it every day. So, but yeah, like in my right side nostril, you can totally see it. Like it's right there, like up in my nostril. It's easy as that hell to see it. You look at my left one, it's perfectly clear, and you look at my right one, it's right there. It's nasty looking too. And then I have to once that goes down after the 5 days, I have a flushing thing that he gave me. I have to flush my nose. Ah, what's up, Joe? Because the spray didn't do anything. I told him, I said, my doctor gave me the spray on Monday. And she said it should only take a few days to kick in. It's now Thursday. He said, yeah, he goes, it's obviously not getting past it, the problem. Oh, yeah, you ain't doing it right if you don't get pink eye, Logan. He ships today, Paul?
Yeah, I just got back from doing one.
How many did you get all today?
Oh, just the one and then this one.
Uh, that's been raining here all damn day. There's a big old storm over us right there. Actually, Brenda and should be getting some rain.
Yeah.
TJ might be getting some too. Yeah, a lot of thunder and lightning too. It's pretty nasty when we left the doctor's office. We were driving down I-4. Dude, I've had pink eye before, Joe. That shit sucks. I had it one time when like after Kelsey was first born. What's up, Jody? Jody, I don't know if you saw earlier in the chat, Logan was asking if it was cool if he came over. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Hey, babe.
You, Jody, why are you inviting him over there while you're in the shower? What's up, Joel? Careful, Logan. You don't want to walk in and see something you can't unsee. Four more days.
How's Doug doing?
Oh, he's good. He was out earlier.
Oh, was he?
Me and Sarah were holding him a little while ago. Looks like he's actually over there napping on his hammock right now. He's got his eyes closed. And he's taking a nap or something. Logan. Oh, that's funny. Oh. Trying to decide where I want to put that AC unit when it gets here.
Right by mine.
It was a little rough, you know. Had to really squeeze them out there. Yeah, the window unit finally took a shit, so I got a different portable unit coming now. So I don't have to have the unit all the way up in the window. I just have the vent up in the window.
Why was Simpai the right choice for you? They made the whole process.
Plus, it'll be easier when like we have like hurricanes and different things come through. I don't have to sit and mess with the window unit, ripping it out. I can just pull the vent up out of the window and close the window. Plus, window units just get nasty over time. I was constantly cleaning that thing all the time, trying to keep it clean.
I'm having trouble with my computer. If I drop out, I'll be right back.
All right. And then there was one. All right, got 42 people watching. You guys are only saying one thing like every 10 seconds. So I think it's about time to shut it down. What y'all think? Oh, JD, got to switch your name, Paul.
Yeah, okay.
Let's switch our names again. Oh, JD, did you get the Sugar Daddy print? Did you end up finding it? comes the thunder again. Yeah, the one thing I didn't like about it was how the card's on the outside because at any point you could drop your card and not realize it. Like I don't know why they designed it that way. At least that's what it showed in the picture. It showed it on the outside. And it really should have been put on the inside. But she might be happy with it. You never know.
No, Bo. It keeps falling down.
Here, I need to get some different double-sided tape.
Despite the physical changes. He's getting
Yeah.
younger. And look at me. Why did he do? Guys, there are lines that stay such a one about
I guess you could always print like a just a flat sheet of filament to that size and maybe just stick it over it. I don't know. Put it over it somehow. But yeah, she might be happy with it though.
She has to know. No one.
The only thing is you'd have to figure a way to be able to take it off and on, obviously, because otherwise your card would get stuck in there.
You may not have
Yeah, that's a dumbass design, though. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. Yeah, I had that problem too. I put a couple of prints through Tinkercad and did the same thing. Kept screwing all the coloring up. It is a little bit. That is fucking annoying. I'll tell you that. I had that problem creating my own prints the other day. I was using the 3D modeling on MakerWorld, and it kept screwing the coloring up. I took a picture and then did a 3D model of it, and it kept doing this weird shit with the coloring. I was having all kinds of problems with the MakerWorld, a couple of the MakerWorld programs last week. You go to run whatever you like it was a mesh graffiti. It's working now, but like a few days ago, every time I would do like the mesh graffiti or the lithophane one, it would get to the download portion to export it, and the download button wouldn't work, wouldn't do anything, but it was highlighted green. So I'd have to copy the link and send it to myself. That was the only way I could get it to download. Well, it seems to be working now, so I don't think they've updated. I think I've gotten any updates for it. Unless they did an update, but I just didn't notice it. Let's see if I got the newest version. Oh, dude, I'm waiting to see if they actually bring MySpace back. I think
Where'd
it's
it
a
go?
so MySpace was like Facebook back in the early 2000s. Like I think I want to say it might have came out in the late 90s. I can't remember the exact timeline, but Facebook pretty much killed it. It had like 230, 250 million users at its peak, and it
Really?
was pretty popular. But Facebook came along and just kind of blew them out of the water. Well, they kind of transitioned to just a music website, and that's what it's been ever since. But the owners of it want to put it back as a social media website. I think it's a good idea. I think that it's going to be, it's already kind of has an established history a little bit, which is going to help it. I think the nostalgia factor is going to bring a lot of people back to it, and it's going to be the new social media on the block. If they do it right, they've got to do it right. But if they can uh, pull it off, dude, I think that'd be cool. Especially if they can set it up like it used to be. Like if they would set it up like it was, how customizable your profile was back in the day, it was really cool. Because you could set like a theme song for your profile and everything. Like it was really cool back in the day. But they announced it last like 3 or 4 days ago that they want to bring it back, and it's gotten a lot of traction online. A lot of people are talking about it. I would love to see it come back.
What was the name of it?
MySpace.
MySpace. I seem to recall that, but I never was involved with any of that. Did you used to use it quite a bit?
Yeah, I was on there when there was only like I got on there early. I think there was only like 2 or 300,000 people when I got on it, and then within like a year, it blew up, and there was like over 200 million people on it.
Really?
Like it got really big really quick. It was basically the first big social media program that I remember. Uh, it was like the pioneer of what Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all that is now. Like it was definitely, I think, the father of social media. But unfortunately, like I said, Facebook came out. It was a new hot thing. It ran a little better. It was, and people just kind of gravitated towards Facebook, and it kind of killed it. So, and they got to bring back the old Tom picture. You got to be friends with everybody because the creator of the face of MySpace is actually friends with everybody on MySpace. He was your very first friend when you would log in for the
Okay.
first time, and he had this distinct picture that everybody saw. Yeah, let me pull it up. MySpace Tom photo. Yeah, this is the photo that he had on there. He's not involved with, I don't think, the website anymore. I think he sold it back in the day, but that was the picture you would see, and he would be your first friend. So they did confirm plans to relaunch the classic social media platform, aiming to create an anti-algorithm network focused on music and personal profiles, but no official launch date has been set. And the
Did it get
original
bought by
co-founder
somebody else
Tom
or what?
Anderson not involved. Do what?
Did it get bought by YouTube or somebody or?
No, there was a bunch of like people that owned it at one point. Now it's a dude named Tim and Chris Vanderhook own it. Uh, I want to say Justin Timberlake actually owned part of it for a while. I think he was like part owner of it for a long time. But they're saying the original guy, Tom, that used to own it, he's not having any he doesn't have any involvement in it, Tom Anderson. So Tim and Chris Vanderhook. Why is it their name sound familiar? They really need to do it quickly though, like if they make that because the hype is now, like everybody's hyped up about it. Hopefully they release it pretty quickly. Like they've been already working on it in the background. So I definitely wouldn't have made that announcement unless I was ready to launch within like a month. But I think there's a lot of nostalgia factor with it from the millennial generation that's really gonna set it off. And like I said, if they do it correctly. What's up, Mark?
What's that, Justin?
I don't believe that, Logan. Because it's not that people are gonna switch. It's just they're gonna add another social media. Like most people have multiple social medias these days. They have a Facebook, they have a YouTube. A lot of people have an Instagram, they have a Twitter. You know, I think it's, but I definitely think it could make a pretty good comeback because you're not really trying to get people to switch from Facebook to MySpace. You're just giving them another platform. Because these days you really can't. Like I said, most people will have at least two or three social medias that they frequent daily. And your four big ones are TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Technically, I have all four of them, but I don't ever go on Instagram and I rarely go on TikTok. And you got YouTube as well, I guess. That's more of a video sharing platform. Same with TikTok, I guess. I don't know. I'd say social media is definitely Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. TikTok and YouTube are a little bit different category, I'd say. I'll have to just wait and see if they when they actually pull the trigger on it. It's like they charge that dude with first degree murder.
Oh, who's that?
This mother and son moved down here from Tennessee not too long ago. And she moved down here because she thought she could get her son better treatment down here because he had a bunch of fucking problems and shit. And then apparently he went crazy on her, ended up killing her.
I think it's a shame.
And sheriff did a whole press conference on it. I think it was yesterday or the day before. But they finally put the charges in. It's yesterday they charged him with it. They officially charged him yesterday with it. What's up, buddy? You want to come out? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, big
Talking
boy.
to, talking to Doug?
Yeah. He was sitting up in he's pulling out the glass. Won't come out. Big good boy, huh?
Hey, Paul, Justin.
I'll be coming out just to go to the bathroom, girl. All right.
Hey, how
Come
you
on.
doing, Mark?
Not too bad. It's getting a little bit chilly. But then again, it is dark. You can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good. I don't know whether the link is pinned or not, but I couldn't see it. I had to search through the chat for it.
Yeah, it's pinned. It must be an iPhone thing
Yeah.
or Apple issue where it's not showing it for some reason.
It does show it sometimes. It's just sometimes it doesn't.
And they moved it now. It pins down at the bottom instead of
Yeah,
the top.
down at the
So
bottom. Yeah.
there might be some configuration issue.
No,
YouTube reconfigured it.
No, it does pin it down at the bottom now on the iPhone. It just, like I said, it doesn't seem to be visible all of the time.
I'll go out on the desk. Okay. All right. Go attack yourself and go over there and attack your reflection. He does. He likes to sit there and bob his head at his reflection on my computer panel on the side where he can see himself.
Mm.
What are you doing, big boy? Huh? What you doing? That's a good boy. No, you can't go back there. You fell last time you went back there. No, you can't go back there. What you been up to today, Mark?
Sarah says if that's coming back, she wants her own computer.
Oh yeah.
Well, she said she wants her own. She didn't mention computer, so you might get away with that.
Yeah, she says
Uh,
if MySpace comes back, Justin's going to need to get me my own computer.
I know it said own. I didn't read the word computer. Maybe that was on a different line. I don't know. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see
Yes,
if they actually bring it back or not.
When is it supposed to unveil or whatever?
Say there is no release date yet.
Oh, okay.
Mm. No, I've been down working on the allotment all day. Doing a lot of weeding and tidying up a bit.
Or you guys do your community garden thing?
Well, it's not a community garden kind of thing. It's an allotment. You basically get, I suppose it would be a community garden. There's like 40 or 50 plots on there that are about, what, 120 feet long and about 30 feet wide, something like that.
Bro, come on, get off
And
my back. Ah,
you basically rent it off the council.
What do you go around your collar on your back?
dude. Yeah, he jumped on the back of my chair. Come here.
Oh, on the chair.
Oh man.
It's just basically like a small holding. So we just grow fruit, veg, stuff like that on it.
Ah. Yeah. You ain't slick, bro. I knew that's what you were doing.
What's he trying to do? Slick you?
Yeah, he was trying to poop, is what he was trying to do.
Oh, poop on the back of your chair.
Yeah, he tried to, but I put him in his thing right when he started going. Tried
Get him
to
a
sneak
poop
up
shoot.
on me.
Put
No,
him
they
out a poop
literally,
shoot.
they literally
go.
do not like pooping in their own enclosure. It's like a natural thing they do. They want you to come out, poop, and
It's
then go
like
back
us
in.
going to the bathroom and not just
Yeah,
pooping wherever.
yeah. What's up, Jeff?
What's up? Do I look tired?
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, you look a little tired. What are you up to?
My granddaughter beat me up for 5 hours. Watching her for
Doing
5 hours. Oh my God.
What was she doing? Just watching her, watching her? Or
Watching her because my daughter had to sleep because she works tonight.
Oh, okay.
So on Tuesdays and then 1 week Tuesday, 1 week Thursday, I'll have to watch her for like 5 hours at their place.
Wow, how old is she?
3.
Oh my.
Yeah, every bit of it.
Oh, yeah, that's the stage they get into fucking
Oh.
everything.
No, she tried to get in everything. Her and I went at it 3 times. I said,
Why
come
do you
here
have
and
to
look at my
watch her
face.
at their place?
Because I don't have Disney over here.
That
So
was
I got to watch Cars, Frozen, and Frozen 2. And I've never seen Frozen or Frozen 2, so I halfway watched it. And then she watched some stupid show. I don't know what it was for another thing, but between time I was making a pickup and clean up space and eat and everything else and cooking. She says, "You know how to cook at our house, huh?" I said, "Yeah, I do." She worked me out today. She rested
Daddy.
on she
Hello,
sat next to
Dominic.
me and laid against me for about 10 minutes out of the whole 5 hours. The rest of the time was nothing but movement.
Yeah, wait till you get more into the cartoons than she is. Like, shut up! I want to see what SpongeBob's gonna do.
Well, I told her that with Frozen. I said, "Be quiet a minute. Wait. I want to hear this." She started singing Let It Go, like that. I said, "Wait a minute, do it again. And then she picked up a little pink guitar she's got, trying to sing Let It Go, playing the guitar. So I got video of it. It's like, oh my God. It was worth every bit of it, but I'm tired as a son of a gun. I will go to sleep early tonight because I got pictures all day tomorrow.
Hmm.
Actually, pictures start at 2 o'clock tomorrow, so
That's all right. It's
I
like
got the
being,
morning not to worry about them.
So you got your kids in the morning, which is your pupper dogs. Then you got to go take pictures.
I
And
got to
then
take pictures 2 o'clock to about 4:30. Come back here, put it in the
edit.
computer, and then go back at 6 to shoot another hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, tomorrow's a long day, and then I don't have pictures for a week to worry about, except for putting them in the what you call it. I ordered the signs, and I didn't tell y'all what happened to me. I almost blew it. I almost made a mistake. On my envelope, I have sign and then head on the same line. It will never be on the same line ever again. Because I look down there and I see the thing and I think it's a sign. So I went and double checked these things before I put it in, and 8 of the signs were heads. So if I'd have ordered 8 signs at $14 a piece, I'd have had to turn around and buy 8 heads at $24 a piece. I'd have lost mine. So it was like, I caught it. Thank God I caught it. But I don't know if I'll ever do the heads again, because the heads cost me $24 a piece.
Wow.
The signs cost me right at about 11 a piece. I sell them all for 35. So I made like $90 on the signs, on the heads, and I made like 600 on the other one. So it's like, that's why I don't do the heads. The heads are a pain in the ass.
Joe, just think of this next time you are watching Frozen. Listen. Oh, dude, I'll never forget that, dude. I want to say it was Sarah or somebody was they saw the Frozen clip on Facebook or one of them, and they thought it was from the Frozen movie. They started playing it, and it was the revised version.
That is fun. I like that. I was thinking that, and I told my daughter. I said, how long am I gonna be here? Like that to her. She goes, I'm gonna wake up at 2:30. I said, okay. She goes, maybe 3 o'clock. I said, okay. I said, if you don't hear me come yell at you at 3 o'clock, I got time. And it was 3:30 when she got up. I didn't leave there till 4. Stopped and grabbed some food and ate here.
Yeah, I reckon your excuse that you haven't got Disney at your house wasn't that you needed to stay there so that she could watch Disney. It was so that you could watch Disney when you went there.
That's right. I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
I've
So,
cut
so
my
you,
bill
you
from
went you went and watched her at her house?
yeah, at my ex-wife's house.
Okay.
And I put it like this. Let me do this. I'm going to show you this video, and then I'll explain it. Let me find it. Make sure it went through. Because my mother was a clean freak. Okay. Now I'm not a clean freak, but I'm not like Justin. Let's put it that way. You know, I don't once a week pull my computer apart.
I'm just organized.
Well, I'm organized.
I'm organized. I know exactly where everything is, unless Kate moves it.
Yep. Let me see.
It's a mess, but I know where everything is in that mess.
And I'll tell you the same. Look, I told Jason the other day, I said, your office at work is starting to look like your office at home.
Okay, I'm not going to play the whole thing here because of copyrights. Okay, let me find it. Where the hell is it? What is that? I move stuff around. I can't find it. Okay, I want to share sound. Okay. And Paul left, huh?
That's your granddaughter?
That's my granddaughter. Remember how little she was, right? Okay, now,
Yeah.
Paul, I'm not going to play this long because I don't want to get you on a copyright.
Okay.
but make sure y'all can hear. Can y'all hear it?
How old is she?
Yeah,
3.
3.
That's what I had to deal with all day today.
You need to get her a drum set.
Joe, just be thankful it's not the little girl next door at 8:30 in the morning singing into a karaoke machine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got one?
that's what he has to listen to every morning.
Yeah.
Mark's been dealing with a little neighbor girl fucking going ham on a fucking karaoke
And
machine at 8 o'clock in the morning.
she's got a voice that could smash glass.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I recorded that and sent it to the group chat with my kids, right? And my daughter-in-law and my son Nick. Remember, my son Nick doesn't want kids, and the daughter-in-law don't want kids, right? He says, so you recorded that so you could look at it every once in a while, realize why you don't want to watch her, right? And I said, yeah, you don't want kids. But that tell you what, I'll be honest with you. Those moments, it was a hard day, but those couple of moments of her singing like that made it worth it. You know, because that's something I'll cherish. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they get on your freaking nerves, but you love them at the end of the
Well,
day.
she got on my nerves because she's 90% potty trained, right? And she's got to be 100% potty trained to go to the daycare they're getting ready to send her to, right? So I tell her, okay, you got a pull up on? Yeah, I got a pull up on. Okay, let me tell you, don't you do anything in that pull up. You tell me when you got a potty. Okay, Papa. Like this. I look at her and I said, she looks at me and she's making a face, right? And I said, did you just pee in there? She looks at me and she goes, well, I'm not gonna lie. She goes, I'm not gonna lie. Yes. Like that. When she said that, I was biting my lip because I wanted to fall out, but I couldn't do it. I had to make it look
Well,
like I was mad at her.
this is why people go through that empty nest phase, right? Because as much as they annoy you, you do so many, especially parents that have multiple kids. Like it's being a parent with a single kid is completely different than being a parent
Yeah.
with 2 or 3 kids.
Oh, definitely. I know that
When
because I
you
had
do
3.
years and years and years of chaos from your kids, just every day running around, you have to feed them, do this, do that, take them here, take them. When that all stops, you get bored and lonely
You got a
because
point.
you were used to that for years and years. And like I
You
said,
get,
it's way different when you have 2 or 3 kids than somebody that has 1 kid. People
you
that have
get
1
bored
kid
and
have it
lonely
a
for
lot
about
easier.
2 or 3 years, then you know how to cope with it.
Oh yeah, eventually you'll get used to it, but there is that phase that you'll go through when all your kids are finally gone and you're just like, there's nothing to do. All that
Well, how
time
many?
you were spending dealing with them is all free
Okay, the
now.
3 of yours, how many years apart?
2 oldest are only a year apart. My youngest, she's only 12, so
So that's about 6 years.
13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, about 5 years from Thomas.
Mine
Roughly.
were almost exactly 2 years apart. There were 2, 4, 6, 5, 7, 9, like that. 6, 8, 10. That's how they were. And we were in diapers, you could figure, for I think it was like 6 years. Yeah, in diapers.
Yeah, like I said, it's different because like I said, a parent with a single kid doesn't understand parents that have multiple kids because it's a completely different ballgame.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of parents with single kids and they have it a lot easier than parents that have multiple kids. It is a completely different thing. Right? Because then you're dealing with multiple personalities, multiple attitudes, multiple different things versus just
Yep.
one singular kid.
Yep.
It's just like your kid, your son that doesn't have kids, he can't even comprehend what your daughter deals with because they don't have any kids.
Right. They got a dog. That's a kid. That's
It's not. It
to a
kind of
degree.
is, but it's not really
Yeah.
the same thing. Because
Well,
with a kid, there's a lot more going on. You got school shit, you got after school shit, you got to feed them, you got to bathe them, I mean, it's shit that you got to
oh,
do
tell me
every
about it.
single day. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying
Oh
in
yeah,
general,
yeah.
it's a lot.
You're not telling. Yeah, preaching. You're preaching to this choir. Yeah, I'm
A,
telling you.
a dog is like a kid in a way, but it's not the same thing. A kid is way more work than a dog.
Eh,
I don't know.
having
I got
three
three. I
cats is
feel
hard
like
enough.
I got 3 kids right now with 3 dogs.
And then one of them gets sick, and then the other two
Yeah.
catch it. And you got 3 kids running around barfing all over everything. Yeah, it's just
Let me. My medicine. I ate this morning. I took my medicine. I went over there, and I was there about a half
what's up,
hour, and all of a
Lance?
sudden, man, I thought I was gonna start throwing up. I got
Night,
nauseated.
Lance.
Lance, what's up? I went over to the garbage can, opened the lid up, gagged about like 5 times, but it never did throw up. I thought I was gonna throw up. My daughter comes walking out. She goes, "Are you all right?" I said, "No, it's the medicine. The medicine starts to do that to me if I don't eat right."
Because one thing a single parent or a single kid household doesn't understand is the sibling rivalry
Oh yeah,
and the sibling fighting and arguing. Like that is a whole different level of just fucking annoyance. When you got 2 or 3 kids and they're constantly arguing and fighting over everything. And it don't matter how far in age apart they are, because like
yeah.
I got an 18-year-old daughter, a 17-year-old son, and a 12-year-old daughter, but my 12-year-old wants to act like her 18-year-old sister. And then she'll ask, well, Kelsey can do it. I'm like, Kelsey's technically adult. You're not,
Yeah,
but she tries to
I used to
compare
tell
her to
him,
everything.
"You're not Nick. You're not Justin. You're not this. Don't do your own stuff."
Well, that's the thing, too, is like Kelsey's technically an adult. So what she can do and what you can do are two totally different things, but she tries to
Yeah.
compare everything she does to
Yep.
her older sister.
That's what was good about having them so close together, you know. But you see, but Nick and Justin being 2 years apart, Nick's the middle child. So being 2 years apart, they'd hang out together and they'd get in trouble. And it was Justin getting Nick in trouble most of the time. But every once in a while, Nick would surprise you and get everybody in trouble. Because Nick was a good guy, a good kid out of the three. But every once in a while, boy, when he did something wrong, it was completely wrong. The day he was like, what was he? I think 13 years old, 12 years old, went into a Walgreens and stole a box of condoms. Went home with them and got caught with them. My 98-year-old, well, she was 98 then, caught him, found out, where'd you get these? What'd you need these for? And Justin ratted out, oh, he stole them from Walgreens. They called me. I brought him all the way back to Walgreens, made him bring him back to the manager and talk to him and tell him what he did. I said, now what do you want to do with him? I said, because he could come here and sweep your floors for a couple of weeks if you needed. Manager chewed him out. I said, chew him out. I don't care. I'll sit right here. Chewed him out and told him what could happen to him, and all of this. He never, as far as I know, he's never stole anything again.
Only
Or at
one of
least
my
I didn't
kids,
get it about.
yeah, only one of my kids I know of that ever stole anything from a store, and that was my son. And he was about, I want to say 7 or 8, and he was with my sister at the gas station, and he stole a candy bar,
Yeah.
and she got halfway back and realized he had it, and she took his ass. And we knew the owner of the store. The store's right down the street from my house. It's Marcus.
Yeah.
I know the owner of it. And she walked him in there, and she told Marcus, chew him out. And Marcus went off on him. And to this day, none of my kids that I know have ever stolen anything. And they won't. Like, you could leave
Yeah.
a pile of cash on my desk, and none of my kids will touch it.
Yeah.
See,
I told him, I said, I don't agree with you stealing anything. I said, but you're like 12 years old and you're going to steal a box of condoms. I said, now if you'd have stole a candy bar for you and your brother, that's a whole different ballgame. I said, I can understand that a little bit. I said,
Yeah,
but
but
there's just no reason for this.
You can't make a decent water bomb out of a candy bar.
Well, that's what they were telling me it was for, to make water balloons.
Yeah.
Now, I believe Justin more than I believe Nick on that. And Justin said, yeah, we saw something that is where you can make water balloons out of them. So we went and stole some. I said, we went or
Yeah.
he went? Oh, Nick stole it. You know,
Or
so
they
he-
were gonna take them to school to try to look cool in front of their friends. I can almost bet that might have been it.
Yeah. Now Nick did in school write on a paper one time after the teacher made him rewrite it twice. If you make me rewrite this again, guess what's going to happen to you? He wrote that on there. That didn't go over well. The disciplinarian called me, and when he walked in the office and saw me, he just put his head down, and he said, "I'm in a lot of trouble, huh?" I said, "You have no clue how much trouble you're in." And the disciplinarian looked at me, and I said, "I'm not even going to talk to you. I'm going to let him talk to you here." I said, "Then I'm going to take care of it when we leave." And Mr. Smith looks over at me and he said, "I don't have to take care of it. You do it." He said, "Because you're going to do more than I can do." He said, "And I already know what you're going to do." Like that. And Nick never gave a teacher an issue again for the next 2 years.
Hey, bud.
And Nick told me, he said, "You
Hey,
scared the
bud.
hell out of me just
Hey, bud.
because you got so, hey, bud, got so mad at me like that. You raised your voice and then you stopped talking to me for a day." He said, "That's what got me." He said, "You wouldn't talk to me."
There you go. Here, I'll turn my camera on because he asked us everything.
Yes,
Yes,
I am
yesterday.
awake. I'm just reading something.
Okay, turn it off. We see why.
But
Got
Yeah,
that big old swollen nose.
oh, dude, it doesn't really hurt or anything. I mean, it's like a little sore, but nothing that's not manageable.
Nasal polyps, right?
Yeah,
Is Sarah close by?
laying in the bed, sleep.
Tell her come over there and she's elbowing you in the nose. You'll be all right.
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
I have to take steroids for
Hey,
5
Brenda,
days
again.
or something like that. I gotta wait and see what the pharmacist says on the directions of it. Because what the doctor told me and what the directions online were saying at the pharmacy don't add up what the doctor said, but I don't think I understood the doctor correctly is my problem. So I'll wait and see what the pharmacist says. But the steroids are supposed to knock it down, and then if that doesn't work, then they have to go a surgical route. So
You remember I told you my daughter, the next door neighbor to the baby daddy, had a car for sale for $2,000, right?
yeah,
So apparently the mom, they asked, "You want us to hold it for her?" The mom says, "No, you don't have to hold it like that." Now we asked her to tell her that, right? Because we were going to come take a look at it. So they sold the car.
Tomorrow.
So she couldn't get the $2,000 car, right? Come to find out, the dad called me. His dad called me and said, y'all dodged a bullet. He said, "I didn't have a chance to go check it, but the air conditioner wasn't working and something else went out in it." And I said, "Well, I would have checked it before you did, before she even bought it." I said, "So I'm kind of glad it didn't happen." So I got a friend that sells cars, him and his buddy. And I called him up and I said, "Let me ask you a question. I need something $5,000 to $7,000. It's going to be dependable. Don't give me no bullshit." I said, "It's got to be something is dependable." I said, "And I've seen you too much for you to give me something bad." Like that. And he says, "What do you need?" I said, "Something dependable, like anything, like a little Santa Fe like I got or something like that." He says, "Yeah, we got about 4 on the lot for about 68 to 7,400. I said, "Okay, if my daughter comes in, she's got not good credit, and she comes in with $2,000, can you finance it for her?" He goes, "Sure." I told my daughter today, I said, "How much money you got right now saved?" "About 1,000. I said, "Okay."
what do they run a buy here, pay here place?
No, they got a company that'll finance it if they say they'll do it.
They go to a finance company. Yeah.
They got a finance company that'll do
What
it.
I'm saying is buy here, pay here places are just pop up dealerships that do that.
Yeah.
They have, but the weird thing is like you've never heard of the finance companies that are financing them.
Oh yeah.
Like you go to a big dealership and it'll be like Capital One or like
Yeah, it's probably their
something like
problem
that.
financing it because they got the money.
But you'll go to these buy here, pay here places, and it'll be some finance company you've never heard of.
So she figures out her check is going to be $2,100 every 2 weeks. That's what she's going to bring home. Okay, all she's got to come up with is $800 for, it's about $1,000 a month she gotta come up with. So that leaves her about, what was that, 3,200 left? And, like I told her, I said, so when you hit the 2,000 mark, I said, if you wanna go to 2,500, do it. I said, you better get to 2,500. I said, because you got to get your tag and license and everything else for it. I said, you don't want to finance that. Tell them to give you a 90-day tag on it and then do it within the 90 days. You got time to save it. You're going to pay for your insurance. I said, I'm not doing it. I told her that all the day. And I said, and it's going to be in your name and you got to pay for it. And I was
Yeah,
looking
the
at, I was looking at the cars. They got a Buick Enclave, a 2015 on the lot with 120,000 miles. And he wants 68.88 for it. And I called him up. I said, what's that one like? He says, real dependable. I said, we got it. And we just got it. I said, well, she's halfway there. I'll let you know. Just don't hold it, but I'll let you know. But I
Well,
said,
one thing she needs to look at too, because nobody ever replaces these on used cars as the tires. She
Oh,
may
I
have
know.
to save some money for tires because no used dealer ever
They're
replaces the
never going to do
tires.
that.
They give them as is unless the tire is like on wire or something that's going to be a
Yeah.
liability
Yeah,
for
don't
them.
mention that. I looked at one of mine yesterday and I said, yep, this time I'm going to call the guy I know up here that's got a tire price. It's his sons and himself. It's not discount order. It's not discount tire. It's something else. It's like right at a Beta Springs. But I had a flat and I brought it into him and he fixed my flat for $20. I mean, and the guy they had it fixed within 10 minutes of me being there. You know, one of them jacked it up, one of them fixed it, put it back, they jacked it down, $20.
And you
That
got to
was like,
check to see to make sure they're all the same brand. Because
yeah,
I've seen used cars, dude, where they got
we have
four
four
different
different
brand
tires.
tire
Yeah,
and with four different tread patterns, which is not good. You don't want four different.
Hey.
It's okay if you had like two of each, and one was on the front, one was on the back, but you got four different brands
you
and
got
four
four
different
different ones. That's all gonna run all gonna wobble.
Yeah, you're gonna get all kinds of weird shit going on. The tires uneven and all that.
Yeah, I talked to the guy a couple of years ago about putting a
Yeah, I
set
agree
on
with
my
that,
car,
Brenda.
and it was gonna cost four something for a real good set. I'm gonna go
Here's
in there and
Andrew.
tell him I want four tires that'll get me a
Goodbye,
year.
Andrew.
I don't care what they are.
Bye.
I know here it's like a
Andrew,
pretty standard size,
Yo.
which is the size I have is a 17-inch. They run about $120 a piece, roughly.
Yeah,
yeah,
About
most
130 with disposal and taxes and everything.
a lot of tires are at least $100 a piece per
they
tire.
most you
But
gotta
that's
pay
name
$100 a
brand.
tire.
Like you can
And
get
I
some
don't,
off-brand Chinese shit for like about $90, but
yeah, it's better to spend the money at the real. I don't want to spend the money, period.
it's up
Thank you,
to
Brenda.
Well, you want good tires.
Hey, Tim. How's
Well,
it going?
I don't drive enough to get good tires. Let's put it that way. I drive maybe 7,000 miles a year.
Because if
like
I were in Louisiana, I would consider tires for the rain.
like I have
It's not
two
that
different
bad.
tires on my car. I got two Michelin's on the front and two Goodyears on, but they're the same two sets.
Yeah,
They're
you got to
just
keep them in the
Well,
front and back
I
separate.
would do all season.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna find out what he's got. The least expensive one that'll get me a year, because I'm not gonna have that car in a year, I guarantee it. Unless I keep it for like a fishing car or something that I don't have to worry about.
Why you
Brenda
plan
says,
on getting a new car?
Brenda said,
What
Joe, great videos.
I told, thank you.
Oh, great
Oh,
news,
nice,
Tim. Great
Tim.
news.
Finally,
Yeah.
that's just the healing process, man.
what
Get
about
all
using
heated up.
Now we sit back and wait for that big steak.
Tim,
Yeah.
what about the photography car? Leave some of your photographic
No, but,
equipment in the car.
well, that could be the one I take to like the football games. Cause I keep some stuff in there now, but I don't want to keep photograph equipment there because of heat. I keep
You don't wanna
stands in
leave
there
a-
and stuff.
You don't
It's
want to
hot.
leave $1,000 camera and
Yeah.
$2,000 lens.
Well, that
He-
plus
fucking
the
lens in
heat,
there.
the heat's not good either.
Yeah, I don't
That's
like
what I'm
leaving my
saying.
fishing pole in there, period. I've got a Mitchell
Plus-
300 reel that is the old reel that sells about $80 and a rod that's about another $60. So I got about $140 rod and reel in there. I don't like leaving that in there.
Yeah, but not to mention for theft reasons, you definitely don't want to
Yeah.
leave it in there.
If somebody break in and steal my fishing pole, I'll really be pissed.
Dude, that was like my buddy had a couple of those fake $100 bills, like the movie prop bills that looked real, but they said movie prop on them.
Yeah,
And
somebody
he had them
broke
in his
into it.
cup.
Yeah.
No, I know. I told him he had them in his cup holder one day. I said, bro, you're an idiot. He goes, why? I said, don't leave those in your cup holder. I said, somebody will walk by he handed them to me and said, here, you can have this. And I thought they were real at first. Like it took me a good 30 seconds to realize they were fake. They
Yeah.
felt and looked real. They just said movie prop on it. Said
Oh, yeah,
movie
that-
motion. It said movie motion picture or something across it. And I told him, I said, don't leave those sitting in your cup holder. So somebody's gonna break your damn window.
Break the
thinking
window
they're
or
real.
break the door, yep.
Yeah, they look
And then
real.
If people
They-
don't
they-
know what the fakes really look like, they know what the real thing looks like. They would think that
Dude,
is the real thing.
people will break into your car just to steal a few quarters out of your cup holder.
Mm.
Because we've
They had
all
a-
heard the one about people stealing your GPS out of the car. Like
Dude,
your
it's
Garmin.
gotten so
yeah.
bad in
It's
some
attached.
cities in California that they just take everything out of the car. They'll leave nothing in any
Yeah,
of the
my GPS
compartments,
is right there.
and they'll leave the windows down, and they'll put a note on the
Well-
car that says there's nothing in it because they
Yeah.
don't want their windows being broken.
Would
I
they,
take my GPS in and out when I go.
No,
Justin,
mine's
would
attached.
they steal the tires, the rims, the exhaust and all that off as well?
In New Orleans, they'll steal the catalytic converter.
Catalytic converter, that's the one.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah,
they'll
there's
steal
everybody
that
does
shit
that.
all the time.
There's a lot of shops in some states like California and stuff where it's become like a really hot problem with people stealing them. There's actually shops now that specialize in welding cages around them now up underneath.
I
To
saw
protect 'em.
there's up near Baltimore, there's
One tip.
there's a data center going in at the construction site. They had the huge spools of copper. Two guys jumped in the U-Haul with spools in the back, stole the U-Haul, and went on their way. Lo and behold, the cops catch them after the crash.
But my GPS comes inside with me, and I only use this if I'm going on the road.
And GPS is built into the radio, so you can't take it out.
Yeah,
Well, I have
yeah.
I have
what I
I
said,
have
yeah.
a radio to put in the car that has all that on there. I've had it for 2 years. I haven't put it in the car.
Oh, out where I grew up in California, dude, if you leave a house vacant for more than 2 weeks, you'll come back and the whole inside will be stripped.
Oh, yeah.
Tim,
Like,
have you been
it's
to
bad,
Detroit,
dude.
Tim?
Yeah,
I heard the same about Detroit.
Detroit's supposed to be like that too. So my son Justin called me this morning, and I had forgot that he was doing this day. He was at Greenville Police Department.
Oh, yeah, how'd that go?
He went in this morning for went a callback interview after they told him that he moved forward. He went in today, filled out all kind of paperwork. They're doing his background check. He's got to do his physical in about a week. He's got to do the psych eval about the same time he does the psych eval is going to be over the phone. They can do it over the phone. And he's got to do a polygraph. So he's got to do those 4 things. And they gave him a conditional letter of hire today.
I don't
All
know
right.
why the whole polygraph thing is still kind of, I don't know why they do that because one, it's not even admissible in court because they're so inaccurate, but
Right.
yet police departments still use them.
Well, the other question I would have, Justin, is, Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, he was a police officer somewhere else, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was.
Yeah, but they still have to do that.
But
Like even
what
if you
wanna-
get,
Go ahead,
even
go
if
ahead.
like, so I work for the school district, but if I like say I wanted to go get a job at one of the schools doing a side job, I
They're gonna
still
do
have
all
to
that
go,
again.
I have to go through all that shit again, regardless. So the county already has all that stuff. They're
So,
gonna make me do it over again.
so if
know-
Justin wanted to be, say, a track coach, he'd have to do all that over again?
Yep.
Yep. I'd have
You
to go to the
see-
sheriff's
Oh,
department,
man.
get my fingerprints, get the background check.
It
I've
should
had-
be, it should have been faster because they already have your stuff on file.
You would
Yeah.
think so, but no, they make
No,
you
it's
do
not.
the whole process again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
like
you
an
see it-
MOT test over there. 5 minutes after you leave the garage, something couldn't go wrong.
Yep.
So it's only really legit for the moment that you actually do it.
You're right. You see, in my case, as much as I am at that school, I've had principals tell me they're going to give me an ID card because I'm there more than them. That's what they're telling me during the season. Every time I go there, if I'm going somewhere on the campus, I'll go in the office and let them know I'm there.
Oh, yeah, Tim. It don't matter if it's a
Oh.
janitor position or not. You'd have
Yeah.
to redo
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah,
the stupid thing is I kind of understand why they do it, but the thing is I think it's every 2 months, they rerun your shit anyway automatically
Yeah.
to make sure you haven't been arrested in like another county or something that they haven't flagged. So they rerun your shit all the time anyway. So I don't understand why you would have that they make you do it anyway. So
And
Well-
see, if I go to junior ROTC in the back, or if I go to football, I don't check in with the office, never do. But if I'm going anywhere on that campus other than that, I'll check in with the office and I'll go to hand them an ID card and say, we don't need it, go. You know, but I'll hand it to them. I want to give it to them, you know, I'm going to follow their rules, you know.
I have to do the
It-
same thing. If I go to a school, my badge will get me into the school, but I have to check in with the office
Oh,
and
yeah.
let them know I'm there.
But let me tell you what he's got to do there. Remember I told you that they told him he's got about 400 hours to do with the academy? They told him today that the last person they sent through the academy that was prior law enforcement is
Uh-huh.
now working, but he's having to ask questions because he's forgetting things and all this. He says, so we're just going to let you know, you got to go through the whole academy. So he's going to have to go through the whole academy.
I
Again?
figured,
But
I honestly figured
he's-
he was going to have to do that because it's a different state. Because you
Well,
can't,
he was bitching about it this morning. I said, listen to me. You want to be a cop, shut
It's-
up and do it.
every state has their own certifications, so you have to do it
Yeah.
in every state.
So he
All's
says,
your
ma-
your previous job does is give you the accreditation to get your foot in the door.
Is
But you
is
still
that
got
a
to
month?
redo everything.
Is that a month-long gig or
about 3 months.
like the academy is 3 months long? Wow.
January, February, March.
But the thing is,
he'll be out of it in like April.
he'll be ahead of the game for the most part. There'll be a few things he'll have to learn that are different, that are different.
But he'll be paid while he's at the academy.
Oh yeah, he'll probably start with them in December, November, December, getting the inside the office and some of that, but he'll go to academy in January. So he'll be getting paid. His take home will be about 4,000 a month, something like that, over there.
And
And
you're
he
lucky
said-
if you get paid too, because not all academies pay.
But that's why they're hiring him conditionally. They're hiring the people right now to go through the academy.
Right.
And then they're going to pay for him to go.
You said he was Greenville, North Carolina?
It's Greenville, North Carolina.
That's an hour east of Raleigh.
Yeah.
Like here, I think they offer. I think it's 3,500 a month you get while you're going through the academy, or it's 2,500.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just
enough.
enough. It's just enough to live off of. But most academies, there's a lot of police academies that don't pay you at all while you're going through it.
You're right. And he told me, he said, yeah, I'm going to go to this one. He said, I'm not going to kill myself and bust my ass like I have at the last two. I said, Justin, you're in the best shape of your life. You know this shit. There's no reason why you can't come out the first again in this class. There's no reason. Because you got the edge on everybody. I said, so I'm going to be disappointed if you don't. Like that to him.
Well,
He says, yeah, I will too. You know,
you got a point, Tim.
I mean, you would think so, but like I said, every state has their own policies and their own procedures and their own certifications. So his Louisiana certification is not really good in any other
the
state.
laws are completely different in this state and that state.
Yeah.
This is Napoleonic code. So different
But
kind
some of these
law.
skills are the same between the two.
Because there's
Well, the
some
skills are the
police,
same.
there's some police departments that will let you shoot from the fucking front seat of your vehicle while you're driving.
Just
and
know,
chasing a suspect, and there's other ones that you can't do any of that.
just know some of his colleagues at Greenville, North Carolina, some of his colleagues may not be able to shoot for shit.
Oh, I know. He was number one in the class in the fire department when he came out, number one in the police department when he came out, the top shooter in the class when he came out. He had about 5 different tops. And then when he went to Covington, He was the top shooter. The top shooter in Covington was the police chief. The first time they went out there, he tore the police chief up.
Ooh,
So he was top shooter again 2 years in a row.
nice.
That's I said. That's why you pissed the police chief off. Police chief retired, by the way.
if
Finally.
if you got back into shape with how well you can shoot, Joe, do you think you could have outshot the chief?
I think I could have outshot my son for sure, because I know I could have when I was shooting a lot. I could outshoot him. The last time we went shooting together, he outshot me.
Oh, I know things are a lot different now too, Tim. Like there's some police departments that require you have a criminal justice degree.
Yeah.
Like there's some that you have to have some kind of criminal degree in order for them to hire you. And there's some that will just hire you off the street as long as you pass
Yeah.
everything.
Well, does it make a difference, Justin, if it's just a transfer from one department to another?
If it's a
In the
different
same
state,
state, yeah, the different state, but the same state, it usually doesn't matter. You have to
Okay.
relearn procedures because, like, every police department has different
Yeah.
procedures.
everything's
Like
a
I
little
said,
different.
there's some
Policies.
police departments that'll let you chokehold somebody until they're fucking pass out, but there's other departments that's a big no-no.
You
They'll
can't.
tell you can't do that. Just like there's certain police officers, a lot of police departments now, there has to be certain officers that are trained in just high-speed pursuits. Not every cop
Oh
can
yeah,
just pursuit.
Yeah.
And they have to be
a
certified
bunch of
for that.
them are a bunch of police departments now are going to the Mustang and
I
unmarked.
hear that they're all Chargers and down here.
Does,
my
do
son
you
had a
think that
Charger.
there's any small departments that use like electric vehicles?
Yeah.
There are some
Most
that
of
they
them over
got.
here do.
There's a few departments
No.
that have gotten the grant. There's a few out near Vegas that got a grant, and there's one here just north of me. The town got a grant for a couple of electric vehicles for testing.
No.
There's a sheriff's department here that went viral because they got a Tesla truck.
One of them
But I
is
think they seized it from a drug dealer or something. They
one of
didn't even
them
buy it.
We're
is
trialing electric fire vehicles. I don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah.
one of the only ways to get put out electric fire
No.
is foam.
To be
Yeah.
honest, electric fire truck, I mean, they only go so far into certain areas. And when
And
they come back,
electric
they just plug it in
and
until they go to the
electric
next.
All our
fire
buses
truck.
are 100% electric.
Justin, didn't parts of Florida try an electric bus fleet program?
I don't know. Not my area. They're all propane.
I hear there's a part of Florida they did their fleet electric. They had so many issues where they'd scrap the whole thing.
It might have been like see all the police cars around here are all propane and gas. They can use either one. They actually have stickers on the bumper that say
Yeah.
propane.
Yeah,
Little propane diamond.
Propane police car?
Yeah, they run off propane or gas. They can put both in.
Huh.
They're
Yeah.
dual. They can use either one.
well, the question was, is if there, are there different police academies in every state? Yes.
Oh yeah, there's not just one academy in every state. There's multiple
No,
academies.
no, Tim, I don't. I didn't know there was I didn't know there were police cars that ran on propane.
Yeah. Said if you get behind any of the police cars around here, they all have that propane diamond sticker on their bumper.
Is
And they have a propane on one side and gas on the other. And depending on where the cops are at, they'll fill up one or the other. Or they might fill up both.
So I've noticed a bunch of departments are going away with the Durango due to many different issues.
I don't drive Durangos around here at all. It's all Chargers or F1 and F250s for pickup trucks. They don't really And they have some SUVs. They got some Ford like Explorers, but
Mhm.
that's pretty much all they use. It's all Fords. They use nothing but Fords. And except for the Chargers, that's Dodge. But
But
there's a lot of pickup. They have a lot of pickup trucks too, though.
I wouldn't have bought. I wouldn't have if I were them. I would not have bought Fords, considering what Ford's going through right now.
Yeah, well, Ford. Yeah, but the Ford line for first responders is different than the standard consumer line. That's a whole different thing that they do because they're all police interceptors.
You're you're looking forward to work, Tim?
He's probably glad to get back.
Just glad his surgery's over.
Yep.
All that stuff's done now. It's just a healing process for the next 4 months.
He said he's Monday night he's working. He's gonna go out there and somebody's gonna hit their lights on his teeth and get blinded. Scary, scary, scary.
He's gonna be doing big,
Curious.
ridiculous smiles at everybody. How can I help you today?
How can I help you today?
Say,
I'm
Tim,
glad everything went good for you though, Tim. It's good to hear that.
are
Yeah.
there tons of electric cars over there, Tim?
I can only talk about my state because I'm in a different one to Tim. There's a lot of electric cars down here in
Oh,
Melbourne.
dude, there's Tesla now. As far as other models, you don't see a whole lot of that I noticed, but Teslas are everywhere. Especially the
Yep.
Cybertrucks, dude. There's Cybertrucks everywhere. around here.
I've never seen one.
Dude,
Well,
they're everywhere
what is
around
the
here.
most popular, Dominic, down there? The Chinese electric vehicles or what?
BYD is pretty
Tim.
popular.
What?
BYD.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know what it stands for. All I see is 3 letters BYD.
I haven't heard of it.
Matt got a
I'm-
Chinese car. When he bought that new car, it was some Chinese brand.
Yeah.
I'm not buying no damn Chinese car, dude.
Surprised, Tim. There's parts of Australia you don't see a electric charger for miles.
I'll
Most
buy
of the
a-
electric chargers I see are at supermarkets.
I'm
'Cause
always
you leave your car, you leave your car, you put it
There-
on charge, you go into the supermarket and come back and it's about 80% charged. What I've noticed, I don't have one and I don't really care for them.
is there an age group that most of them like electric cars or what?
Yeah, probably 24 to 36 and they're
Okay.
Yeah, you do see a lot of
30s?
people like
Yeah,
my
I'm
age and
trying to
younger
explain
driving.
it without using an Australian term. You know,
No, there's
the
a lot of
soy
people
latte
that
drinking
Okay, what?
hipsters.
most of the electric drivers you'll see around here are usually my age or younger.
Yeah. 24 to
Yeah.
36. Yeah, just a little bit older just a bit younger than you, Justin.
There's a few that are like in their 40s driving Teslas around here.
I'm not, they're usually, the age demographic is usually 24 to 36-year-old, wealthy Asian people.
I've
And
seen a
I've-
couple electric Mercedes around, but
I've
for the
seen a
most part-
handful of those.
But for the
And
They
most
look
part, it's all
boring.
Tesla. It's all Teslas.
Yeah,
and I've-
Tesla,
and I've
Tesla,
noticed
BYD, and I've seen a couple of the Mercedes. Yeah, I know build your dreams, but is that the name of the? I know it says build your dreams on it, but that's a really strange car name. Build your dreams.
Could be.
That's
Another
I
one,
think that's
Cherry is another one.
I'm almost positive.
CHERY, Cherry.
but
I'm
if-
almost positive that's the vehicle that it's not electric, but I'm almost positive that's the brand that Matt got because Matt got a Chinese vehicle not too long ago. I remember him telling me about it. I was making fun of him.
Tim, look up Slate pickup trucks. It's the most basic truck you can buy on the market.
Because Matt
New
just
company.
bought a new car, like I think it was about 6 or 8 months ago. It was his old car. He just didn't want to deal with it anymore, so he just went and bought a new one.
Let me
Uh,
guess. He had too many issues with it.
Yeah, he
Breakdowns.
just it was something pretty extensive in the motor. It needed to be fixed, and he just didn't feel like doing it. So he decided just to get a new car.
There you go. Costly repair.
Yeah.
Because he said it was gonna, I think he said it was gonna cost a couple grand to fix, but his car was pretty old. So he got a lot of miles out of it, so he was ready to upgrade and get something.
Yeah. Well, he drove from Brisbane to Sydney to Melbourne to Adelaide. That's a good 5,000 kilometers. Yeah, four and a bit, 1,000 mile.
You get a lot of people doing like Joe's daughter these days. They'll buy a car and they'll get 20,000 miles out of it. Something will break on it. Instead of fixing a $500 problem, they'll go out and buy a new car.
Yeah.
Not quite that much, I don't think, Dominic. 3,000 miles is 4,800 kilometers.
Okay.
Either way, it's
My conversion is poor then.
1.6.
it's at least a short drive.
Yeah, it's just around the corner. We've got places, we've got places in Australia that have driveways that large.
Mhm.
We got one cattle ranch in the Northern Territory that's bigger than the UK.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think one of the most common Chinese vehicles over here is a Yangsung. And that's an SUV. And you don't
We don't
see
even-
many of them.
We
Never
don't
heard
even
of it, Mark.
have it. Yeah, because we don't have Chinese vehicles over here. That's why. I mean, there are people that
There-
import them, but they're not sold over here.
I think it's BYD, but there is a Chinese
Yeah, BYD, that's what I was
manufacturer
saying, yeah.
coming in to rival Tesla. Well,
Yeah, but
go
they're
after
not.
Tesla and Rivian.
But the problem is Tesla's main business at the moment is in the U.S.
Hmm.
and we're not allowing Chinese cars in the U.S. So
Good.
We've actually got a Tesla dealer that's only 2 miles down the road. And I rarely ever see a Tesla other than the ones that are parked on their lot.
right, but if you come over here, like I say, if you drive in my area, dude, you can go on a 10-minute drive and pass 20 Teslas.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
I've seen them everywhere.
You know what also is going in everywhere? Flock cameras.
Yep.
Like Teslas used to be kind of like, it was like almost finding a unicorn out there on the road, right? Like you would see a Tesla, you're like, oh my God, there's a Tesla, because they were so rare. But now they're fucking everywhere. You see them every day, all the time.
Hey, Dominic,
So,
Yeah.
how'd you like that guy in that boat in that video?
Yeah.
You saw it? I'm sure about it. This was when I went with Johnny on Monday.
Yeah. So,
This guy on the
That's
boat
why
right
I-
here fishing.
yeah, that's why I commented on it.
Look at that. He got him. He looked like Mary
Oh,
Poppins.
turn the music down. It's really loud.
Oh, is
There
that-
you go.
had the
Yeah.
music
Catchy
on?
music though.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah,
loud
that's-
too. Couldn't hear you.
Oh,
Yeah,
There you go.
really old.
we could do that. I didn't know the music was sharing. I didn't change it again.
There you go. That's
Better?
much better.
Ooh.
That,
Yeah.
that,
Look,
that
it was
really
like-
looks awesome.
It was like glass. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smooth.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought maybe
crazy.
you're gonna say that he ran into the dock.
No, he was fishing.
He was out there living his best
I-
life with his umbrella.
I thought it was Joe was flying over and Johnny was in the little boat.
Yeah.
Like you can import Chinese
Without-
cars over here, but they don't sell them at dealerships and shit. I don't even know if you could trade in a Chinese car over here. That'd be interesting to see.
I don't know.
I don't even know if a dealership would take one as a trade-in.
Yearly. Yearly was the other one. GEELY was the other one I was looking for.
Yearly?
Yeah. GEELY.
Oh, Giddy.
and they make
Hmm.
JQ and Zika.
When you trade this car,
Doesn't sound. Name doesn't ring a bell.
a US dealership.
And then you've got the Volvo Polestar as well.
I've heard of Volvo.
Yeah, well, they make Polestar, or as some people call over it, some people call it Polestar over here.
Polestar Palesta.
Yeah, it's just no, it's just
It's the way
it's just the
Polestar
way
is spelled.
you do the syllables. Polestar rather than Polestar. You put through, you make it into
Oh,
Yeah.
three syllables.
But yeah, so yeah, you can't trade one in the US dealership because they're not certified for sale in the United States.
Good.
but the Cybertruck thing, Dominic, I do not think you'd like it.
Never seen one.
You've
said
seen
a dealer-
You've seen the pictures of them, right?
No, I'm saying I've seen them, you know, on
He's
videos.
just never
and
seen one in
pictures
person.
everywhere, but never seen one in Melbourne.
He's never seen one in
you're-
person.
Yeah, that's what I meant
Dominic,
to say.
you're not gonna be impressed.
Actually, I would say that they are, you know, mind you, they're still kind of ugly to me, but they are more impressive in person than they
Oh,
are
yeah, they are.
on a picture.
I'm starting to
'Cause
see a lot of them
they're-
around here.
They're like a fucking
It's-
tank, dude, when you actually stand next to one. They're
'Cause
pretty
I-
bulky.
As I said
pretty big.
earlier, I'd say that BYD is more popular than Tesla. Because BYD also, because it's a pickup truck, ute, it seems to be more popular because we've got a fascination with the ute
American
style.
cars.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of F-150s out here too.
Well, especially with like old American muscle cars, there's a fascination with those all over the world.
Oh,
Mhm.
Like there's a lot of Middle Eastern guys, like rich Middle Eastern billionaires that buy up those cars
oh,
to put on display and stuff. So yeah, they can't take them in because legally they can't title them, register them, or resell them to another American consumer. So yeah, you can't trade in a Chinese vehicle over here. It's not legal.
because I don't
So if
see
you
some.
import one, you're stuck with it if you import it. Because legally you can't even sell it to somebody else privately.
Because I don't see somebody like Tim or Dominic buying a Cybertruck.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't fit my lifestyle.
Well, and I'm gonna be honest, Dominic and
I like
Tim
cars that are
probably could.
loud.
I could. Well, I'm saying you would. I'm gonna be honest. And I say saying that against you, but you and Tim probably couldn't even afford one. Those things are expensive as shit. You're talking
They
well over
are.
I wouldn't have a
100 grand.
clue how much they are over here.
Yeah, they're well over 100 grand here, dude.
I'm
So you're
gonna
talking-
check that out.
Let's see how much one is. Let's see how the prices may have changed since the last time I looked. Let me look.
But I think
How
it's
much
the
is a new
model.
tire?
It's
How much is a new tire?
either the Model 3 or the Model Y. One of the two is the more palatable of
Fiber
the Tesla line.
Okay, I've just typed it in. I'm gonna see. It's not available.
Okay, so they range from
Oh.
70 to 100 grand. So
Not available.
now they did offer a limited time entry level model for 60 grand over here earlier this year.
Oh.
It would probably push it over 200 grand.
Oh, dude, they
Dang.
got one called the Cyber Beast, and it's a tri motor.
Yeah,
that one's
I just
100
read that.
grand.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow.
it goes 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Yes.
845 horsepower rear torque vectored. So
Now
it's-
you're
point-
talking.
0.3 of a second faster than my bike.
That's
Now
quick for
you're
as big
talking.
as one of those are. Like I said, if you see a Cybertruck in person, they're fucking tanks, dude. They're pretty big. They're
They're-
bulky, so that's quick for a vehicle that size.
But they can't haul as well as, say, like an F-250.
They can, but the design
No, I want
It
to
wasn't
see
a good
whole
design.
ass.
Because they made the exterior, the paneling out of, what was it, steel,
It's
and they made the
stainless steel,
frame
and then
out,
they made the chassis out of aluminium.
right, when it
Yeah.
should have been either the other way around or they should have both been steel. If they wanted the but yes, if it
Yeah.
didn't have that aluminum chassis, it would outperform a gas truck any day. You're
Because they
talking
had a
it's
load of they had a lot of problems, didn't they, where the chassis was snapping.
it was twisted and shit, yeah.
Uh,
Like I said,
too
if
much,
if
too
it
much
didn't
torque.
have that if it didn't have that problem, dude, it would outperform an F1 or 250 or 350 any day. Those trucks do not have the torque that that thing has.
Yeah, I don't think they've got the load carrying as well. The bed isn't that big, is it?
No, but I'm talking about if you're pulling something like a trailer or something like that, like weight wise. I think with the power that the motors have, would probably blow an F1 2 or 250 out the water.
You mean like
Just the
a heavy
power.
trailer?
Yeah, just because of the power it has.
You've had a pickup, haven't you, Joe?
I haven't owned one, but I've driven one.
So what do you
I
think?
wouldn't mind one. But I'm looking at something like the Santa Cruz that Hyundai could put out. But this is the last year of them. That's the bad part. So if I don't get it this year, I'll be buying a used one. Or I like the Maverick, the Ford Maverick too. It's a smaller
Yes.
pickup.
What the hell's a tri-motor? Does it mean only 3 of the wheels have motors?
You mean it's a trike?
No, I
No, it
think it's
says
got. I think it has a motor on each front wheel and then one motor for the pair of rear wheels.
oh, okay, like
Oh.
kind of like what do you call it? Where it's distributing one motor between both back
Yeah.
wheels. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense then. Or the other way around, either way.
I mean, your hybrid only has one electric motor, doesn't it? It doesn't
Mine
have one
does,
on each
yes.
front wheel. It just has the one.
But
Right. Because
Oh, so you want the
the
one to run each of the front, well, both of the front wheels, and then it
yeah,
has a separate electric motor that runs the electric motor's gearbox.
Yeah.
yeah, there was the first iteration of Teslas, I believe, only had one motor, and then they came out with that dual motor, the dual motor models that everybody ended up wanting, and
Yeah.
ended up with two motors, one on each wheel.
I mean, the McLaren P1's got a motor on each wheel, 4 of them.
is McLaren in Britain?
Yes, McLaren's
Ooh.
British. But the P1 is their supercar. Well, they
Ooh.
only build supercars, basically, but
Dude, that's
I
like
do.
those Tesla AT-wheelers. Watch the videos on those things, how fast they take off with a full fucking load. Oh my God. You want to talk about power? Dude, you talk about if you were hauling milk or something, dude, you'd throw the whole load of milk right out the ass of that trailer. If you press the gas all the way down. If you press that pedal all the way down, those things take
Oops.
the fuck off.
I know. Actually,
The-
another one that I saw that has a good acceleration of a set of lights is the VWID Buzz.
The
Yeah.
Volkswagen
I
electric.
don't normally get beaten off a set of lights.
Is that the
That was the
Volkswagen
only one
bus?
that got me.
I think
Is
it's
that
the electric. It's the electric version of it. The new
Yeah, the
one.
electric combi van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looking at the outside of that, that's nice.
Yeah, but I didn't expect it to beat me at a set of lights.
Mm. I wouldn't have either.
Yeah, those electric ones are quick.
Because
Yeah.
a few people in North Carolina are selling them Well, because there's not many charging stations if they're going into the mountains.
Yeah, you might have problems there.
Yeah.
That's where the hybrid works.
That's why I like the Maverick, Ford Maverick. They got a hybrid.
Yeah.
I like that one.
It's well worth it getting a hybrid, isn't it?
Go and look at the size first. They're not big.
Well, I've seen it. I like it. That's all I need.
Yeah, I don't like anything too big.
So you've seen the inside of the cab?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you see, I like Johnny's Santa Cruz too. And I wanted to get one before he got it.
Yeah,
So I
Santa
said,
Cruz,
"Nah."
good size.
Santa Cruz is perfect for what I want. And like I told Johnny, I said, I got to have that bed cover like he's got on the back. And I'm gonna put a big orange H on that bitch.
Dude,
It'll be my landing pad.
so unless this is like a souped up, like, you know, one of those souped up crazy ass like
Oh,
jet
no.
engine type 18 wheelers,
No,
look fast this motherfucker takes off.
I'm seeing
Now it does have a trailer to watch.
Smell it. Smell it. Oh, smell it.
Wow. Wowzers.
That mother, he starts spinning the tires
And-
on the thing.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
real time?
Stop it, or I'm gonna turn on that vacuum.
Hmm.
Real time.
I'm gonna turn
Damn.
that vacuum.
That's
I have
like
never seen one in person.
that's a tractor drag racer, isn't it?
I don't want to put a vacuum on.
Yeah, like I said, those are the only 18 wheelers I see that can take off that quick.
I know for a while they were testing those in Texas,
Let me see.
near
Have a look.
California, and then between
See the-
Columbus, Ohio, and Indianapolis.
Oh, Pepsi's got a whole fleet of them now. Pepsi bought a whole
yeah.
fleet of them.
floats.
Yeah, what's it? We have truck
I see
racing
the
over
difference.
here where they race
Let me
the tractor units,
Let me look.
and they are souped up
I
to
had a
fuck
look at
there.
the teeth. Oh, that's pretty teeth.
Oh yeah, they're
Oh,
definitely
honey.
gonna have to be careful with these electric 18 wheelers because if these drivers aren't careful, like I said, they'll throw the load out the back
But
of the truck.
Justin, careful in Florida. Watch out for Waymos.
We haven't got that here.
They don't know how to go around each other or go through construction zones. I've heard there are a few that almost put themselves off the highway because they missed the signs for the construction zone. You know, they kind of almost.
I don't know. I've seen a few videos here and there about those, but I've seen a lot of people do videos of them riding in them, but nothing happened. The thing is you got to think too. Those things are probably giving hundreds of thousands of rides every day, but that one video of one of them fucking up makes it seem like the whole fleet's just shit. And it's really not. You are going to have things that go wrong here and there, but I mean, those cars are giving hundreds of thousands of rides a day. If it was that big of an issue, they wouldn't be on the road anymore. You're just seeing a few videos of people caught of them doing something stupid.
Because I do know if the distribution center where they send all the commands from, if that catches fire locally, they all shut down. I saw that in California.
That's actually probably a good thing if they all pull over and shut down because you
Actually,
don't want a fleet out there running on their own without some kind of command center.
actually they all just stopped dead in the center of the road.
All that stuff will get refined over time. I mean, but the whole thing is though, is people want to argue self-driving like humans are any better. We're way worse than self-driving cars. I guarantee you that.
Are there many self-driving over there, Dominic?
People think that we're like some special thing.
Self-driving, no. There's a lot of regulations we're going to get passed over here. We're very much a nanny state over here.
So lawmakers are 50-50 maybe.
Heavy-handed. Heavy-handed, let's say.
Yeah,
And
they
a
don't
lot
know
of it's
self-driving yet either.
and a lot of it stems from people think that because a human's not behind a wheel, that that's some kind of a problem. Dude, I would
Mhm.
trust a computer to drive me before I would another person. You're in just as much danger getting in a car with a random person and driving with them than you are a computer driving you. People
Well,
do
you've got
stupid
pretty
shit
much
all the time.
you've got a similar problem to us as well, insofar as the self-driving car
Justin,
tends to
you're
be
in charge.
using the white
All right.
lines and the lane
Okay,
markers and
what's
stuff.
coming?
And when you've got roads that haven't got any, then it kind of stumps it.
Well, and then, future advancements, will be able to compensate for that. And we'll know how to recognize the road and not have to worry about having markers. Stuff like that. That stuff will get refined over time. But what I'm saying is, like, people think that having the human element in it is somehow like this righteous thing. And it's like, no. Like, the humans are the ones that cause 99% of the crashes. It ain't fucking mechanical
Yeah.
failure. It's from people doing stupid shit, weaving in and out of traffic, speeding up and slowing down for no reason, road raging on each other. I mean, we're the ones that cause
Well,
90% of accidents.
they're the ones gawking at the other side where the crash is.
Just like airliners. Airliners can pretty much take off, fly its flight path, and land without any actual pilot assistance. But they're just too afraid to take the pilots out of the cockpit. But how many times have you seen these videos about that one show that used to do the airline crashes and it would tell you about the crash and everything, and how the
Yeah.
autopilot adjusted it, but the dumb pilot disengaged the autopilot and decided they were going to try their own maneuver and fucking crash the plane when the autopilot was going to end up adjusting and fixing it correctly.
They go, I don't trust autopilot.
That's the problem, is people think that by having a human somehow that's safer, and it's like it's really not at the end of the day. And you'll
I
never
agree.
convince me of that.
I agree with Brenda.
There's bad drivers
You-
everywhere. Drivers
Mhm.
everywhere suck.
You've got driverless taxis over there now, haven't you, as well?
Oh yeah, they're all over the place there. Not
We have
my.
s-
I don't have any in my
They've
city,
got,
but
they've got
there's.
that many bloody sensors all over the car that it doesn't even look like a car.
Oh yeah,
we
that's the
got
Waymo ones he was talking about.
we got
Mm.
another robot driverless taxi that brings people different places that have seats that are parallel to each other, so you can just talk. And it has no steering wheel.
Ah,
Everybody
so.
thinks drivers are the worst in their area. No, drivers are just bad everywhere.
Some people can't drive. The rain,
It might be a little
snow.
worse in certain areas, but it's just bad everywhere. No matter which country, what state you're in, or whatever, there's going to be tons of shitty drivers on the road.
Mhm.
Some of the worst have extremely bulbous tires.
Like I've said a million times before, I believe that once self-driving vehicles become the norm and you don't see a lot of drive vehicles on the road where human drivers are actually driving them, you're going to see a lot less accidents. You're going to see a lot less traffic jams because the cars are going to talk to each other. They're going to say, okay, there's this many vehicles in this area. Let's all slow down to 40. We'll stay this approximate part from each other, and they'll move at a nice slow pace through there. They don't need to. But see, human drivers are what cause backups. They're weaving in and out of traffic. They think they're going to get ahead by getting in this lane, and they're speeding up, slowing down, speeding up. Self-driving cars aren't going to do that. They're going to figure out the most optimal way to drive through there, and they're all going to talk to each other and move at a nice flow through there. I think you're going to see a lot less problems in the future with accidents and stuff. Yeah, are there still going to be accidents? Yeah, but I think they're going to be a lot more rare.
There will always be accidents.
Yeah, but I think the amount of them are going to significantly reduce.
There will always be that one guy.
Even drunk driving.
Yeah, there's always that one guy.
Yeah, you drunk drivers will. You'll start to see that really diminish over time. Uber's actually helped a lot with that. Like Lance was saying the other day, he was surprised about how many college students he's seen that were actually willing to take an Uber home instead of drive home. They'd rather Uber to the club and Uber back home than have to worry about driving there and driving back.
That's why I was deep.
So that's a good thing right there. I'm sure there's been a lot of potential deaths that Uber has actually saved over the years that people would have otherwise been driving on the road.
Mhm.
I'm sure you're going to see that in the future. Like I said, when you can just get in your car and you don't have to think twice about it driving. Oh, yeah, I'm sure the insurance rates will drop. No, wink, wink. Yeah, I doubt that. You would hope they would, but I doubt they would.
Yeah, they'll never drop.
Yeah.
Joe,
You-
you've
you
had a
would-
lot of experience with insurance rates. What do you think?
They never go down.
Yeah, you would hope they would go down, but I doubt it.
They never go down.
No.
Justin, I got that 10-pack of PETG in today.
Oh, I saw that, dude. That was a good deal. 70
$80
bucks for 10 rolls.
I just went on it. They don't have it
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh,
It was
So
that was
$7.99 a
all-
roll.
That was all Pet G.
All Pet G.
Oh, okay, I thought that was PLA. I didn't even look to see what kind it was. I just saw the price. I was like, holy shit.
And the thing is I only have one roll of Pet G. It's a yellow, right? That I bought I can't remember what I even bought it for. I don't remember what I bought it for. I'm almost out. Now I've got all those different colors in Pet G. So now I probably won't use them right away. But if I want to print something, I could say I want to use that purple because it's a darker purple. I may print that piece in Pet G, and then I won't worry about it, you see?
Well,
Or I may
I've
print
been-
like these little things right here I've been printing. These little eggs and things like this, the googly things, like googly egg. The spring on the inside I do in Pet G, so it won't break as easy.
Now, I have been experimenting with some prints, and honestly, on certain things where you can just up the infill,
Yeah.
it makes it so much better. Like, so I kept making those back scratchers, and the handles kept just snapping, even when I was doing Pet G, because they were
Yeah.
setting the infill at like 10-15%. Dude, I was like, fuck it, dude. I put the infill at 95. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
done with this shit. I set the
Yeah, I don't-
infill to 95%. Bitch
Yeah,
hasn't
I
broke
don't-
since.
I don't know how much I'm going to use it, but like I said, I got 10 full rolls back there for $8 a roll.
It's not bad. That was a good deal.
That's not bad. I got 61 rolls now.
you got enough?
Yeah, I got 51
Oh.
of PLA, 50 PLA, 1 TPU, and then 10 PETG.
Oh, I had to get a new, wait a minute. Yeah, that can't be right.
What?
Hold on. So, am I reading this right?
No, look at it's 2 kilograms. It's a 10-pack, 0.2 kilograms, the small ones now.
But this was
point-
okay. I was
They
about
ran
to
out
say,
of the big ones.
I was about to
They've
say, what
even
the
dropped
fuck?
it to 200-gram rolls now from 250.
Yeah.
Mark,
Yeah, I was
shrinkflation.
about to say, okay, I didn't notice that. I was like, I just saw 10 color Pet G roll on. I was like, $24.
Yeah, I double read it because if it would have been the full ones, I'd have ordered 2 of them.
Yeah, that's correct. I'd have been calling Amazon, sell them other $40 back.
Yeah, I would have ordered it in a minute.
I'd say
Yeah, I heard
shrinkflation on that, Justin. From
Yeah,
what Mark said.
did you hear what I said about the AC earlier though? The window unit finally gave out, so
Yeah, I
bought a-
heard that.
I bought a portable.
So how long that last? 3 years?
Just about, yeah. It was either right at 3 years or a little over 3 years, yeah.
So would
Well,
you
I'm
buy
glad I could
another?
help for 3 years.
Would you buy another window unit, or would you?
No, this time I got
Spend-
a portable. No, this time I got a portable unit, and that way I only have to put the vent in the window. because
Right.
that way, because I've had to take that thing out like 2 or 3 times to clean it, and then for hurricanes, and dude, it's a bitch when you have to take a window unit out every time for
Oh, I
something
know.
like that. So this one, I'll vent up in the window, and that's an easy 5 minute right out the window.
Right.
So
What you could do is, like if you have a tumble dryer, you have a vent that you attach the tube to. You could fix a permanent vent next to the window or something
I
through the wall.
could, but I'm not drilling a hole in the wall. I'll never hear that.
That is possible.
And you gotta make sure you drill it, but make sure you can cover it after.
Yeah, I'll show you which one I got.
No, it has a flap on it. So when the air's blowing, the flap opens to let it out. But if it's switched off, the flap closes.
So this is the one I got. It's a LG. This one's actually a little bit bigger than the one that you got me. The one you got me was a 5,000. This is a 6,000. But it's a
Yeah, that's-
dehumidifier and a air conditioner. But I
Yeah.
only have to use the drain if you use a dehumidifier.
Right.
There's a little drain in the back where you can drain it into like a pan or something.
Yeah, just keep an eye on it just in case.
But it comes with that. Then it comes with like all the tubes and everything.
Yeah.
And it comes with a kit like this. And you just put it in the window. So this is like a 5 minute installation.
Yep.
So if there's a storm or something coming and I need to take it out the window, it's going to be really quick. So be a nice, quick, easy
So
disconnect.
so I take it there have not been many hurricanes where Justin has had to leave Florida for.
Yeah,
There's been
I've
many
never left
hurricanes
Florida.
lately.
I don't think we're going to get any this year at this rate because it doesn't seem like anything's forming out there so far.
Right now, at least for the next week, I don't see anything.
We had 2 tropical storms already.
Which tropical
We-
storms to me ain't shit anyway.
But we
Oh,
still
so
got
the
23
storm
days
itself.
before peak season for us.
Justin, your news in California would be picking up the ones off California going towards Hawaii from Mexico.
Yeah, those are big
Well,
ones.
it's because they have the El Nino this year, and El Nino tends to push hurricanes away from us. That's what happened the year before last when they had El Nino. Remember, there was like 4 or 5
Yeah.
hurricanes that came to Florida, and then they got like a couple days out, and they just went right back out to the Atlantic.
Right.
Mhm.
There was an invisible wall out there that was just like, nope, you're not coming no more.
Mhm.
So I don't think we're really going to get anything this year. It's last year was pretty quiet. This year's been pretty quiet.
Joe, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be suddenly could
think it could
become
be-
active, or
No, I think it's gonna be pretty quiet.
And really, November is the time you worry because that's when hurricanes are most active. So if you make it pretty much through November,
Magic
you're
shit.
good.
Yeah, you gone.
Mom must have gone home.
Yeah, that's why I said goodbye first.
Well, there's
See, I
some
don't-
nasty shit.
What is it?
Organic snackling
There-
seeds.
That's your problem
Snacky
right
seeds?
there. It's an
Yeah.
organic.
It's
Yeah,
pumpkin and sunflower, raw seeds, chili lime. What nasty shit.
That's because some hippie spooged all over it.
yeah,
Tree hugger.
yeah. That's the sort of people I see around more
Dude,
often.
What's nasty?
fruits,
What
fruits
gets
and
me is
vegetables.
how can you get anything that's pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds that isn't organic?
Huh.
That is
Damn.
true. Well, I think the organic thing is they're only going by like whether they use pesticides or not,
Yeah, it's the way it's
Which-
grown.
which I don't believe anyway, because you know how many organic apparent products that they've actually tested in the past and found pesticides on them? I'm almost positive it is impossible to mass produce vegetables or fruits without using
this shit.
pesticides these days.
Can y'all see it? What it looks like?
Yeah, yeah. Birdseed.
Shit, the birds would kick this. They wouldn't eat this. His squirrels wouldn't eat this shit. Is that when he went to fly? Look,
Oh, I don't know.
is that when he went to fly?
No. There's
He
a bigger
didn't
one
even
coming
say-
up. That's
He
the
didn't even
Lady
say he was
Huron.
going to fly. He just said, I'm in charge and left.
There's one. I checked. There's one coming up. It's a Misabi miner.
I bet she's
It
flying now.
should be there in about probably 10 minutes.
He did fly the little. He flew one.
He's already
one like
done
that.
that. Yeah, he's done that one before.
You're doing it
Yeah.
today.
He did that one a couple.
Should be the
I want to say
Misabi
like
miner.
I want to say about a month ago. He filmed a little ship like that. It was full of
Is
people.
that less than
Yeah.
about a week ago?
Yeah, the Lady Huron, Huron Lady, sorry, cruise is happening right now.
Oh, isn't that one of them pleasure boats or something?
Yeah, it's a smaller one.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
kind of looks like a ferry. Where they
Yeah, it
just
just
kind
does
of-
a, it does
It's
a
the
tour around.
Huron
That's it.
Lady 2, and it's just past the lightship,
Yeah, I think it
You
just
say,
does a
Mark?
tour around the
going
lake.
upbound, I believe.
yeah, that's all it is. Looks like a little touring ferry.
Yeah. Should be. I'm trying to find it.
Well, next time I take something from the house over there, it's gonna be something like cheese
Like I said-
tidbits or something. Not this shit.
Like I say, he didn't even say he was going to fly. He just walked out and said, I
We
was in
know where
charge.
he's going.
We know where he's going. He had the case in his hand.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. I
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention when he
Yeah,
walked
you got to
out.
notice these things.
See if
I
his
don't
car's in the
see
garage.
straw. Joe, they're not cooked.
Yeah.
Stick them in the air fryer and roast
I was
them.
right on yesterday, huh, Dominic? 6 minutes.
Yeah. No, they'll go
Uh,
Canada. No. State of Michigan.
Yeah, his car's
no.
not in the garage.
And he's
Trying to
not on
find
his
where-
regular side. He's flying. See, I don't understand why he doesn't get back where he was and catch it in the curve and forget the bridge. Because
Yeah, he's got to do it
if-
just outside of it.
Yeah, if he's got a headwind or a tailwind, he won't have a headwind or a tailwind there because it's sideways.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have any
He's got to
problem
go
getting
further
around.
up.
Yeah, he wouldn't have any
'Cause he
problem
usually
getting around.
does.
it right there.
He's usually near the Thomas Edison statue. If he's on the other side of the statue, it comes out well.
But if he caught it in that curve from Sarnia to him in that area,
Yeah.
he'd get that whole ship and he wouldn't have a headwind or a tailwind.
Yeah, it's on
Either
that.
way,
Yeah,
it's going
once
to
he
push
gets
him
on
around that
angle.
ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's muscle memory. He won't learn.
Yeah.
Shit, I find the easiest way to fly that son of a gun.
Yeah.
I flew the
I've got to go there and fly a ship.
yeah, teach him. I flew the 360 yesterday out towards the lighthouse, and I had that headwind the whole way.
Yeah.
And that headwind was slow. I was still going 23, but I could feel it. I could feel it in the drone. I could see what the drone was doing.
That's why I always find the wind, because I got my little wind finder. Find the wind, find it where it exactly is coming from, go out into it,
And that
and
way you
then
got to
once
come
you
back.
get out there and come back, you've got the tailwind with you.
Yep.
Mhm.
You don't want to be battling on the way back. You want to go out with it. So
I
that
did
if
that
you go
with the-
into it, you're doing all the hard work to get there, and then when you're coming back, you just coast.
When I first got the Mavic 3, Johnny and I
Yeah.
were out at Mandeville Harbor, and we were out there a couple of weeks earlier at Mandeville Harbor, about a month earlier, and he was trying to get out to the I don't remember what drone he had. He was trying to get out to a water tower, and he was flying and flying and flying and flying, and he almost got to it. And I said, "Where you at?" He says, "It's 5,000 feet." I said, "It can't be that far." He said, "I'm not even close." So he came back, right? So when I got the Mavic 3, I figured, oh, it's no problem. With 43 minutes of battery, I get there. So I'm flying out that way, and I'm flying and flying and flying, and I'm getting it to where it's about 50% battery, and I wasn't close. And I realized when I was doing the orbit around there, I was at 7,000 feet. So I'm at 7,000 feet doing the orbit around it, and I get you need to return to home. And I looked down, and when I turned around, I realized I was in a headwind.
There it is.
So there's the other ship coming.
Coming
Yeah.
in.
So I freaked out because I had a headwind, and I'm under 40% battery trying to get back. It took me 60% to get out there.
Hmm.
So Johnny said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm letting it return to home on its own. Let the computer figure it out." And I
Here
had
it comes.
40% battery. I put return to home, let it fly back. And when it got to me, I still had 28% in a headwind. So it knows what
Hey.
it's doing.
Hey, Joe, you can print one of these for your granddaughter. Look at how you can use these old spools,
Oh, Lord.
make a little bike. That's pretty cool.
I got a
That
whole
kid-
bunch of spools right now. I don't know what to do with.
That kid's pretty big, and he seems to be riding on it just fine.
That ABS. Yeah, that's
It's
therapy
actually
spools.
that's actually pretty cool. Somebody actually spent the time to design it.
I have
Yeah,
like
you just change out the
12.
rolls every time after they bend over time and get worn out.
I got 12 or 15 refillable Sunloo rolls
I'll
that are
throw them
empty.
out now because I don't
That are
even use
empty.
them anymore.
You know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about putting them in a box and putting them on Facebook marketplace for like $20. Follow them. See if somebody wants them
Oh,
instead of throwing them away.
I have a
Three,
few sale. I usually keep 3 or 4, but then I start tossing them because I start collecting too many of them.
I
Rewind.
opened 3 rolls the other day, so that was 3 more.
rewind all your cardboard spools onto the plastic ones.
I made this a while back,
Yeah, that's cool.
but I was gonna
Lost signal again.
do it better to where this isn't in the way, like just do it on the
Hello?
sides.
So when you come in,
Yep.
So this isn't in the way. But yeah,
Okay.
this is actually
Yep.
makes a good external spool holder too.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Like a little
Okay.
Ferris
Yep, we'll
wheel.
do that. I'll be
You
there
could
around
always,
between
if Doug
10:30
was
and
smaller, you
11.
could always put him in one and make
Yeah.
him go on a Ferris wheel.
But like
Okay,
I
then.
said
I'll see
too,
you
it
then.
makes a good external spool holder
Okay,
because you
bye-bye.
can take this out and it holds the spool nice and tight.
Yeah.
It's actually better than the spool holder that comes with the front. But I printed this out the other day just to empty my poop pens in when they get full. And this
Yeah.
is now full.
Yeah.
I gotta empty this. And Sarah took one to work for her candy dishes on her desk
Hmm.
because she has these big candy dishes and everybody's always coming in her office getting candy. And some of them will leave the wrappers back in the bowl. So she put this in there next to them so they have this place to throw candy wrappers. Put it in a purple one.
Good.
Yep.
Then I printed my doctor a pencil holder of a doctor, like in their coat and everything,
All right.
with a stethoscope or whatever around the neck. And on the little name badge, I put her name, Dr. Frightful. She thought it was a cool thing. She posted it on Instagram. She was like, yeah, she thought it was a cool.
It is now just hitting it's just going under the bridge.
Yeah, I'm looking for him.
He's got to be on the other side of the bridge. Because if he does it if he does it on this angle, he's going to get
There
a
he
bit of a
goes.
wind tunnel.
He just went
There's a
by. I saw
Venturi
it. He's going.
effect.
He just went down. I saw it going. It was doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
No.
was on. I think he was on this side, and he's going to come back the other side.
Mm.
He'll learn.
No, I'd wait. No, not yet, not yet, not yet.
No, he just went around it. He just went, that's a bird.
Yeah,
That's a
I know.
bird.
Yeah, that's a bird. That one there's a.
He's not coming
I
yet. I'll
got,
tell
I
you if I
got,
see him.
I got a screen record of one he did the other day.
There you go.
Now, I'd launch now,
Yeah, that's when I would do it.
just as just as half of the ship goes under the bridge. I'd launch now, and
He
then
You
hasn't come
really,
up
you don't
slowly
beside
have
yet.
work
to.
my way to it.
And my thing is, you don't have to pan around the fucking thing every
No,
time.
no,
Just,
you don't have to do anything. You just have to sit with it
you know, it'd be
and
rude.
basically plop yourself near it, and then you just sit there and wait for it. Wait, wait, wait.
You know, it'd actually be a really cool shot if you got about 200-300 feet in the air, pan the camera straight down at the water, and catch it as it's
Now,
coming through the camera.
now I
Get a
would
top
move
top
my way
down
to the
shot of
back
it.
of the ship, and now is when I do the orbit.
Well, I did not see
Now
him
is
go
the
around.
orbit part because it's just gone past it. I'd join it there, and then I'd go around the front first, and then come back,
Yeah, but
depending
why
on
do
how the
you?
wind goes. Because if
My
the
question
wind,
is though, is
if
you
it's
don't
a
need a.
headwind, I'd go around it first,
Yeah,
right
but
to
you don't. You don't need to
clockwise to
pan around it
anti-clockwise.
every time.
Yeah,
Get
so here it is.
different. There it is, right there.
Yeah,
There it is. Shot across the screen.
yeah,
Like you could get some really cool shots of it coming under the bridge. You could get down shots of it. Like I said, you catch it, you get the camera about 300 feet in the air, pan the camera straight down at the water, and get it as it's coming into view,
Yeah.
and just sit there till it disappears. That'd be a cool shot.
yeah. This
Like
is
I,
where this is where you do the pullback.
Yep.
Because you've gone past it, you've gone around it. You do your bit at the front, do the orbit from the front, come back the other side. Once you get back the other side, you orbit back, and this is where you go up and pull back. That's how I'd do it. Because it's going on that angle. If you stay straight towards it, it moves it in the video itself. Yeah. Yeah, that's the bit there. That's when you pull back on it.
yeah, but if I was doing these ships every day, I'd want to get different shots, not the same around in a circle every time. And there's so many different opportunities and better shots you could get. Mix it up a little bit.
Yep.
You could get top down shots. You could get a nice
Top down,
hyperlapse of it
but
coming
I
under the
still think,
bridge.
yeah, hyperlapse, but do a hyperlapse orbit too.
Yeah,
Doing either a hyperlapse orbit or another one where
just orbiting will get you in
you're
trouble,
going
man.
from the side.
Like orbiting
I
all the
still think
time,
the
though, you'll
orbit's the
see
best
that.
one. It's got to get down to. I've got to get down to my port, but the trouble is, it's just hard to get to, and the weather hasn't been
Are
great.
you allowed to fly down there?
Yeah, you can. Just getting the right spot.
Audubon Park is right on the river in New Orleans. And you can't fly in Audubon Park per se, but animals, that's a zoo. Their zoo, you can't, but they've got a river bend in the back of Audubon Park. And now they're letting people fly drones back there right on the river. So I can go up there and fly ships on the river there. But that means I got to drive 45 miles to go do it.
That's the downfall of flying drones if you're always wanting to get a different shot.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
gonna have to drive sometimes pretty far.
Well, the day I go to New Orleans to fly the Greater New Orleans and the Huey Long Bridge, I'll have enough batteries with me, so I go to all three places and get them all done. Do it all at once, you know?
That's what Matt was getting tired of, man, because he's like, he'd fly everything in his area, then you have to go 20 miles out to get all
Yeah.
that, and you go a little farther and a little farther. Next thing you know, you're driving 2 hours away to get a shot. For
Yeah.
what, 40, 50 views on it on YouTube?
And Johnny and I want to go to that little Grand Canyon. That's an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I
but
drove up there once.
y'all can make a fun day trip out of that though. Stop, get some lunch.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Shoot, we went to lunch the other day, Monday. The restaurant right at the corner was open, and the girl that does like she's the person in the front that puts you in your seats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She went walking by in her little shorts, and I hollered at her. I said, "Y'all open today?" She goes, "Yeah."
Oh, the
I said,
hostess.
"Oh hell, we're
No.
going.
The hostess
We're
with the
going just to
most.
look at her."
Did you who paid?
I paid, and he put a $10 tip
Okay. That's fair.
because last time he paid, you know. We had red beans and rice, cornbread, and a breaded pork chop.
Oh, that
I
sounds
always try to
delicious.
get
Oh
I
yeah,
always try to give at least $3 a person.
and a salad, for $15.
Ooh,
$15 each.
nice.
So we had a breaded pork chop, red beans and rice. The plate was this big. The plate
Mm.
was like this big. Had a big chunk of rice in it. Had smoked sausage and the red beans. Had the breaded pork chop. Had a piece of cornbread about this big. You know, big old piece of cornbread. And then we had a salad too. I actually brought the pork chop home with me and half of the red beans and rice, and ate it later.
Yeah, I usually like if all five of us go out to a restaurant, I usually try to give at least like $3 to $4 per person
No,
for each person that is
no,
at the table.
no, no, no.
I don't go by percentage of the bill. I go by if I give you $15, $20 and you spent 45 minutes on my table, that's how much you made in an hour.
Yeah,
Like that's more than most people make, or with
right.
your standard minimum wage job.
We pay our servers well here. That's why
Dude,
tipping is rare.
dude, this is what I don't understand is why that industry is allowed to get away with paying people $2, $3 an hour.
Who?
Why is it?
If they were paying $2 or $3 an hour here, they'd burn the place down.
Yeah,
But this is what I don't understand is that's one of the only industries that is allowed to do that
Yeah.
because they're telling people we have to make it up with tips. No, why don't they have to pay an hourly wage like every other job does?
Yeah. Usually we're up to $25, $30 an hour.
And they're like, oh, well, the food costs will go up. I'll be paying the same I'm paying now with the fucking tip. So
Exactly.
I'd rather them just have a guaranteed paycheck and pay that extra money on the food. Because you can't go work at Walmart for $3 an hour. You can't go work at Walgreens for $3 an hour. Like, there's no other companies that are allowed to pay you that kind of shit ass wage. But for some reason, the restaurant industry is allowed to do that.
Yeah,
I don't understand what. Like, Trump should have done the no taxes on tips and just said, you're not allowed to do that anymore. You got to start paying people an hourly wage. Then they wouldn't have to worry about taxes on tips. Because other jobs that get tips, they aren't supposed to be getting tips. Like there's a lot of places out there that ask for tips that used to not be a tipping thing.
Yep.
But now everybody wants a fucking tip. I mean, you go to Starbucks, you go to fucking fast food, some fast food places, I got tip jars out, and it's like, no, you're getting an hourly wage. I'm not giving you a fucking tip.
Plus, they put a tip on the actual invoice.
Yep.
Yeah, they're trying to do that here, and people just don't pay it. It's a voluntary system here. And
Okay.
if I've spent, $400 or $500 at a restaurant, there's 10 of us, and the server has been really good, yeah, we'll chuck in a couple of bucks. But don't force me to do it.
Well, what they're banking on is that most people probably won't notice that, because there is a lot of people that will just pay it, and not even look at it. Just like here in Vegas, they have these resort fees that they put on. Like, say you go into a restaurant and eat, they'll put like a 30 or 40 cent. Now, mind you, it's only 30 or 40 cents, but they'll put it as a resort fee. But if you tell them you don't want it on your bill and they need to take it off, they have to take it off.
Yep.
But that 30, 40 cents adds up when they're charging hundreds of people a day, and there's quite a few that don't know that, and they just pay it. When that money isn't really going to anything but the owner's pockets. That's it. It's a bullshit fee that they put on your tab for no reason. You can't have that. You can't have resort fees. You can't ask them to take them off, and they have to do it.
Yeah, it's like if I order food from Uber Eats. When you go through it before you get to the checkout, it says, "Do you want to give the driver a tip?" Well, no. If he wants to earn money, get a better fucking job.
Good point. Yep. Okay.
That is true, because I mean, at the end of the day, honestly, it's the same with fucking servers.
Mhm.
I mean, you kind of picked to be a fucking waitress. You could go get a job somewhere else. You chose to be a waitress. The only reason I tip waitresses is because they do give them shit pay, and I feel
Yeah.
bad for them.
Mm.
But if you're in an industry where you're getting an hourly pay, don't ask me for a fucking tip,
Mm-hmm.
because I ain't gonna give you one.
Oh, you don't no. If they ask for it, no. But it's a voluntary thing over here that if they've done well, okay.
Yeah, that's on you at the end of the day if you decide you
Yeah,
want to do that.
that's how I do it.
And like I said, and if you feel like that somebody deserves a tip, then by all means give them one.
Yeah.
But don't expect me to tip you because you walked my food from a heater that somebody slid my food down to, and you walked from there to the front counter and handed it to me. I bet you didn't do anything. You literally took 5 steps to go get my food and bring it to me. That's all you did. That does not deserve a fucking tip.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about engagement, personally. If they
Oh,
engage
you,
with the table and they entertain, yeah.
oh,
You're
dude,
gonna be
go to Vegas and go have a valet park your car, and when he comes back, watch how aggressive these motherfuckers get with the tipping.
Mm.
If you don't hand them something, they will literally sit there with their hand out and follow you, like with an attitude. If you don't give them something, motherfucker, I'll leave. Play me. I'm here one time. I'll never see you again in my life. Bye. Especially, I don't mind tipping a valet, but I did have a couple in Vegas that were very aggressive about it and got an attitude because I didn't tip them right that second when I got out the car. And I got pissed off and said, fuck you, got in the car and drove off. Like,
Okay,
don't get an
well,
attitude with me.
Mm-hmm.
Valet jobs were hard to get in Vegas when I was living there because they had made so much money, man, especially at the big casinos. Those guys would pull in $500 to $800 a day in tips. They had a lot of the casinos had like a 2-3 year waiting list to get a valet job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's still the same way, but it was back when I was over there. I took a picture of Doug on my desk and put my little buddy, and TJ said, "Is that a 3D printed Doug or the real one?"
Nah,
That's the real one.
it's funny.
I don't actually have any 3D printed Dougs. If I want Doug, I'll go get Doug. I don't need a 3D print one.
Mm-hmm.
I got the real thing. He's got such a funny little personality. Oh, I love that lizard.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to jump off. So, anybody else wants to join me?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Oh, you're
Okay,
going
well,
over to Art now.
no, I'm not actually. I've got to go and do something, and I'm having lunch with a couple of friends. So,
All
Yeah,
right.
hilarity
have a fun
will,
time.
Did you
yep,
see?
Yeah,
hilarity
I'm right
will
behind you.
ensue.
Oh, well, it's
All right.
only Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not
Good
till
night.
tomorrow.
Yeah, later,
Catch
y'all.
y'all later.
Hmm.
I'm jumping too. I'll catch y'all later.
Mm-hmm. I might as well close it on then.
Okay, Mark, I guess we're gonna call it, huh?
Oh, you're back.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. Sorry I went and got that ship and just got back. Everybody have a great evening and we'll see you in the morning.
All
Bye for
right.
now.
See you, Paul.